Okay, let's talk about starting points for more angular shapes. So in the last video I talked about straight line structures, or brutalist modernist in terms of architectural responses. We're going to be talking about angular faceted and how you can take 2 dimensions or 2-dimensional shapes and turn them into 3D. So like any type of design, I like to talk about elevations. Now what you will see here is a range of starting points. Now you might see them as random angular shapes, but there are some strategies that go with these to create these actual ideas, and I'm happy to go through that in one of my future videos. So all students will create those shapes. Now what can those shapes become? So they can become ideas. How they become ideas is quite open. So again, we've got here some starting points, so you can get the students to take those elevations and turn these into models. You could get them to take these elevations, draw them out and turn them into actual drawing ideas. So this is just this shape rotated, and you can see this shape here. You could start to again get them to draw those ideas in 3D. So we're taking those very early starting points and we've come up with an idea, and then they're becoming 3D. Another option is to actually cut out the physical shapes. So cut out these physical shapes here and call them angular cutouts. So the idea is you could cut out the positive and negative space in terms of the cutouts, and you'll get these sort of shapes here. So again, these are just very simple early starting points, and these starting points can then start to become elevations. So they can become obviously elevations. You could develop them further and they could become more 3D, like so. Or you could develop them even further and you could use styrofoam, again creating that elevation like so. Or you could develop them even further and you could start to think about actual models. So you can see the links between these early panels here, these early panels, and very early maquettes, very early physical ideas. So again, it's about making links between visual and other elements. Again, I like to do some vacuum forming with them. So you could vacuum form these panels and then you're getting that 3D shape. So again, that 2D elevation into 3D, and then you could even start becoming more complex, again going back to the card cutout idea, where you're starting to cut these shapes out, which will start to give you more 3D shapes. Now once you've got very early 3D shapes, you can then become very complex and you can start thinking about more refined angles. But again, you can see those starting points here, okay, and then you can become even more developed and you can start producing really quite detailed and quite complex models here. So you can see that process, starting to move into more detailed and refined ideas. But again, making those links between 2 dimensions, that's still 2 dimensions but starts to become 3D, and obviously 3 dimensions. But again, those starting points will come early, and it's about creating scaffoldings and ideas to then become creative, isn't it? You know, about those ideas to become creative.